Hey, Mr. Pete, how are you?
Hey, Joy. Good to see you, as always. Hey, Robin, how are you?
I'm good.
Good to see you. Evan, good to see you, sir.
Hi, Mr. Peter.
Hey, Stephanie, welcome.
Hi.
Hey, Mr. Pete, why don't you give me the co-host so I can let folks in?
There's our new executive director. Alrighty. There's our lucky winner, Cindy Marvin, winner of $50 Amazon gift card.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Russell. How are you?
Hey, Lady P. Hey, Pam, how are you? Good to have you on the call as always.
Good to be here. Thank you.
Alrighty. I've got 8 o'clock East Coast time, right on the nose. Welcome to our Team Prosperity Partners Sunday night team builders training call. It's my pleasure to be your host tonight. I do almost every week. So glad to have you on. If you're just coming on the call, give us your name and where you're calling in from so that we know you're on the call. Who's out there? Give us your name, where you're calling in from. Keep in mind, you might be muted. You might need to unmute your line. Hit the little microphone icon on your Zoom app there.
Hey, Mr. Pete, Joy Low Goodman.
There's Joy, Lowell Goodman, as always. Glad to have you. I see Cindy Marvin out there. Shauna Block, welcome. Who else is out there? Let me get a little help here. Come on, guys, give us your name, where you're calling in from. Let us know you're on the call.
Hey, Robin Bartlett from Atlanta.
There's Robin Bartlett from Atlanta. Glad to have you on. Robin. Good to see you.
Lola Murray from California.
Hey, Lola, welcome to the call. Glad to have you.
Good evening, Bernadette Jackson, Killeen, Texas.
Hey, Bernadette.
Hello, sir.
Glad to have you on as always.
Thank you.
Good stuff. Let's tell us hello, Zay. Wendy Lamar. Our co-host folks, if you guys can help me with the waiting room, that'd be great.
Doug, just stop the.
All right, guys,
Hello,
welcome
you
to our
got Madeline
Saturday
Brown.
Team Builders Training Call. If you're just joining us on the call, we're doing our roll call right now. Give us your name and where you're calling in from if you haven't already done so.
Hello, Mr. Pete. This is Tillis from Northern Virginia.
Wow, look at that amazing view behind you, Tillis. Glad to have you.
Yes, this is my dream spot in St. Kitts. And
I
you
love
guys
it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Good stuff.
Wendy
It's gonna be a
Martinez, Prescott,
reality.
Arizona.
Hey, Wendy, glad to have you on the call as always. Welcome to the call tonight.
Thank you.
All right,
Regina
guys,
Lee, Denver, Colorado.
Hey, Regina Lee from Denver, Colorado. Guys, if it's your
Hi,
first
Mr.
time joining
Peden.
us on the call, if you're just joining us for the first time, we're doing our roll call. We spend the first 5 minutes of the call doing our roll call so that we know who's on the call, so that you know who's on the call. You may find that you've got fellow prosperity partner, business partners in a part of the country where you've got prospects or family or someone that you would, someplace where you might want to expand your business. And that's the whole reason why we want you to know that you've got prosperity partner, business partners all over the country ready to help you grow and build your business. So if you just joined us on the call, if you haven't already done so, give us your name where you're calling in from. Glad to have you on the call tonight.
Mr. Peden, Flora from New York.
Hey, Flora from New York. Glad to have you on the call. Always, Flora. It's not a call without you. Hey, who else is out
Joy
there?
from New York.
Who's that from New York?
Joy from New York.
Hey, Joy. Got another Joy. Joy from New York. Joy. We got Joy from Virginia. All right. I got a lot of joy on the call. Welcome, everyone. Who else out there? Give us your name where you're calling in from.
Hello, Evelyn Brown, Burleson, Texas.
Hey, Madeline, glad to have you on as always. Welcome to the call tonight.
Thank you.
I am Vayline, Savannah, Georgia.
Mr. Vaylines, welcome, sir. Glad to have you on. It's not a call without you.
Hello, Mr. Peden. Mehdi, Phoenix, Arizona.
Hey, Mehdi, glad to have you on, sir. Always.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Darnell Ravenel, Annapolis, Maryland.
Welcome to the call, Mr. Ravenel. Glad to have you on the call as always, sir. Welcome. All right, guys, got a couple more minutes left for roll call. They were to get right into our bright spots. We got a lot of great bright spots. Had a great month of October last month. A lot of you been paying attention in the group me chat. You see, we got a lot of folks to recognize tonight for a phenomenal month of October. So we're going to get to our bright spots here in a second, but we got about another 90 seconds of roll call before we get started with the rest of our call. If you haven't already done so, give us your name where you're calling in from.
Shirley Harvey, St. Louis.
Hey, Shirley, glad to have you on the call as always. One of our
Thank you.
most consistent leaders. Glad to have you on. Anybody else? Mr. Gilbert, I see you trying to chime in.
Yes, sir. Dexter Gilbert, Louisville, Kentucky. Hello, everyone.
Glad to have you on the call, Mr.
Thank
Dexter
you, sir.
Gilbert. Glad to have you, sir. All righty. All right, guys, got about 1 more minute left for roll call. This is your time right now for you to send that last minute text reminder to your teammates, to your associates, even to your guests if you want to have them join us in our team calls tonight. Just send a quick text message. Don't assume because you remember to hop on the call that your team members also remember to hop on the call. Life happens. They could be right in the middle of something. It happens to me sometimes. And so send them a quick reminder text and let them know, hey, don't forget about the team calls, and send them the link and the number to the call. That way they have it. All righty. Good stuff. All right, guys. All right. With that said, I think we're going right into our bright spots. I've got 5 minutes after the hour, so it's time for my favorite part of the call. If you know me, it's our bright spots. This is the part of the call to recognize you for the phenomenal job that you're doing protecting and empowering families. So let me go ahead and mute the lines, keep the background noise to a minimum. If my co-hosts could be sure to monitor the waiting room, to let the folks in that are coming in after the roll call, that'd be great. All right, lines are muted. This call is being recorded as it is every week. We post the link to the recording in our group and our team group me chat. That's the TPP Pro Team Group me chat. If you're not a member of that, make sure that you get plugged in, reach up to your sponsor, sign leader, or check out our new Team Prosperity Partners team app, if you will. And if someone could post the Linktree app in the group me chat, in the chat here tonight. So someone said, what is he talking about? So if you don't know what I'm talking about, post it, go search the group me chat, or and it's just a second to get the group me started. I'll go ahead and post the link to our Prosperity Partners team app, as we're calling it, in the chat, so you can have it. And also post it in the group me chat again. for those who may not have it or have it readily available. So, all right, guys, the bright spots, if you're new to the team, this is the part of the call we get to recognize you, allow you to recognize your team members. And what I always say, recognize yourself, because if you don't get enough recognition, you should recognize yourself. I like to say, I love recognize myself. In fact, the biggest trophy I have in my office, actually, I don't have it here because I didn't bring it to Mexico, but the biggest trophy I had in my office for years was given to me by me. I like to say, because you spend more money on it if you recognize yourself, you word that word it better as well. There's nothing wrong with tooting your own horn. If you're out there doing the necessary activities to build or grow your business, you should recognize yourself or make sure you get recognized for the great job that you're doing. We protect and empower families, and then we recruit our fellow prosperity partner, business partner associates, and teach them how to protect and empower. That's all we do. We protect families and we recruit associates to teach them how to protect families, and that's how we build a business. And the better we get at that, the more we do it, the better we get. The better we get, the more we want to do it, and the more we want to do it, the bigger our business will grow. All right. So with that said, lots of folks to recognize tonight, and I'm not even going to start things off because I don't want to be trying to decide who I should recognize first. But who wants to start things off tonight? Either recognize yourself or recognize someone on the team, or just got some excitement they want to share to get things started tonight. Don't be bashful. It's all right to toot your own horn.
All right, I guess I'll go, Mr. Peaton.
Go for it, Dillis. Of course you will.
All right, I'll get it kicked off tonight. I want to go ahead and recognize my sister in love, Melissa. She is building her team and helping her team. She protected a couple families this week. I think she has a small business that she's looking to, a group and a small business CDL plan she's looking to close. Tatum on her team protected a family this week. So definitely doing some things. So Melissa missed my shout out, so she's just coming in. So Melissa already shouted you out there. Also, our queen, Sharon James, protected 2 families today. Not sure if she's on because she has a brother in the hospital, but I talked to her earlier and she's super excited. She's got a couple more that she's gonna close this week. So I'm super excited for Sharon. Linda did a relaunch this week with some members of her team. And so they're just doing some amazing things, They're in that phase where they're rebuilding and starting over. And she did a relaunch, and she also protected a family out of that too as well. So just really excited, Mr. Peaton, of all the things that are happening this week.
Well, thanks, Tillis. Thanks for sharing. You've always got so much great activity going on in your team. We call that the big Mo. That's called momentum. And since we got Tillis's beautiful smiling face up on the screen, y'all, let me just go ahead and recognize her tonight for the phenomenal job. My only regret is I was not there live in person to see her do her thing yesterday. But as I text her today, I just said, I heard a little birdie told me, the birdie was Facebook in our team group me chat, that Miss Tillis Aloze, on her first ever Super Saturday live event as the featured guest speaker, not as a market leader hosting the event or putting on the event or running the event, but this time she got to be the featured guest speaker, the VIP guest. And no one treats their speakers better than Will and Estrada dads when they come into town. I can tell you that. They are first class all the way. But I encouraged her. I heard that she was doing the event. So I texted her Saturday morning, told her I know she's going to crush it. I just want to give her some encouragement. And then from what I can tell, I have to see a couple of pictures that someone took of the event. Tell us, I saw some of your training slides. I could just see the look on your face, see the slides up on the screen. I know you did an amazing job. I saw the comments from our fellow teammates in the group me chat, and the Facebook is still trembling from all the comments from your amazing job you did yesterday at the Super Saturday. So I just want to recognize our future Platinum Executive Director, Ms. Tillis Aloze, future $100,000 ring earner, for absolutely crushing it, slaying her first ever event as the VIP special guest. Here's what I'm telling you, Tillis, word's going to get out. I warned Mr. Dazzy this years ago. So when you do that, it's like the vibrations go out, and next thing you know, you're going to get these invitations from all over the country. People want to fly you in and have you do their event. I know that's a big goal and dream of yours. So don't want what you don't want. But I was to do it. I told Mr. Dazzy, I said, make sure that's someplace you want to go. Don't be like
God.
me. I used to be so excited. I say yes or, oh yeah, sure, absolutely, absolutely. Then I got a call from Rob and Charlene McKenzie up in Ontario, Canada. Mr. Pete, can you do a Super Saturday for us in February? I don't know if y'all know what it's like in Ontario, Canada in February, but anywhere north of the Mason-Dixon line in February is just going to be cold. But anyway, but tell us, just look it out. Just look out. The words are, people are going to see it on Facebook. People are already talking about you. So I can only imagine and wait till you see as you start getting these invitations come out and just pour into people all over the country like you did yesterday in the Mid-Atlantic Super Saturday. So I know the other team members, Mr. Dazzy, Shauna, others that were there are going to probably comment as well. But I just want to recognize you for the amazing job you did and just the phenomenal leadership that you constantly pour into the entire team. As much as you know, Tillis is also heading up our 90-day run team, our accountability group that I'm a part of as well as the rest of the leadership team. So it was just the next step for her to step into her greatness and be the featured guest speaker. And we're glad that it had to be our team leader, Mr. Dazzy, to kind of push you out the nest. And I'm looking forward to hearing how the other folks around the country treat you and what you do for them. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking. Who wants to go next? Thanks, Flora, our cheerleader. All right, guys, enough talking there. But who else has got some excited want to share? Maybe you weren't a featured guest speaker like Tillis. Maybe you're not yet a featured platinum yet, but maybe you've got some, maybe you protected a family like I did. I should recognize myself last week. I protected a family from Mexico. Mrs. Pete and I decided to take a quick getaway for 4 or 5 days, took our little ones to the Riviera Maya, Cancun part of Mexico for a few days. We live in paradise, but we thought we just wanted a little change of scenery for a few days. So we did. We had a great time. And even in Mexico, I ended up protecting the family. I forgot that a lot of people that come to Cancun are from the United States and Canada. So I what a guy who loved what I did, had dinner with a family, and the guy was from Ecuador. He was I was showing him all our stuff in Spanish, and I realized I can't even sign this guy for the membership. I certainly can't recruit him. But he was excited. So I asked him who he knew in the US. He said he's going to send me a list of his cousins that live in the United States. All right. So I protected the family, recognized myself. Mr. Daz, you got something you want to recognize? I see you pop up on the screen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. And I mean, I already just heard you just singing the praises of Miss Tillis Aloze, who again crushed it at the Mid-Atlantic Super Saturday. Did a phenomenal job. And I mean, I'm telling you, man, she just she explained to everyone what real work was, right, versus Legal Shield. And I tell you what, after that, where people are like, you know what, she's right. Just
Absolutely,
amazing.
man.
I mean, you had to have seen it. But I do want to give a huge congratulations to a young lady who's just been doing some incredible things. This young lady last week she was like right there, running for executive director, and she was so close, but yet she had a little bit of work to do. And she said she was going to get it done, and she gave it everything she's gotten and everything she got and everything she had, and she got it done, qualified, and I'm happy to say that she is the newest executive director on Team Prosperity Partners, and that's none other than Miss Shauna.
Yay, congratulations, Shauna.
Shauna.
Yes.
Go, Shauna.
Go, Shadow.
Yeah, you know what, Mr. Dazzy, and we got to give it to the team. Live, you sent a lot of love and positive energy towards Shauna last Sunday, our team call, we cut the call short so everybody can get to work. We're mainly with Shauna because she was running hard to close out her executive director, and all of it to the midnight hour, she was texting us. We were texting her, encouraging her to keep going, don't let up, don't quit into the fat lady sayings, and she ended up getting it done because she stayed focused. In fact, I'm gonna stop talking. Shauna, anything you want to share? It's time for you to share. You got to speak. You got to share with us what it's like, what it was like getting it done, and what it feels like your first week as executive director. Shauna Blanc.
Hello, family. Happy Sunday, guys. Thanks a million for last week. I 110% received all of those positive energy, encouragement. You guys don't know how much you contributed towards that final run. And you all have been celebrating with me all week. Special shout out to the Dadsies, Mr. and Mrs. Goodman. I can't call names. Everybody in some way reached out, called, text, and it's just been so incredible. That's the best part of it all. Being sorry, 1 second.
You can put everybody on hold when you're new executive director, you know.
Hey, you can do that when you're new ED, yeah.
You do that when you're new ED.
You do that when
She's
you're
earned
new
it.
ED. That's right.
So I wanted to make sure I was the only voice over hearing. But yeah, so it's just been the most incredible week. I shared some of this on Super Saturday, but so many people played a part towards that final hour. It was truly, truly a team effort. And like you all know, I reached out to the executive director and above leadership at the beginning when I got back from Phoenix. And I really just want to implore all of you guys, we have OKC coming up. I'm just a testament that going to the big events works, right? Everybody receives something different. Ever since I qualified for senior director about over 2 years ago, every convention you get a recharge and you tell yourself you're going to do it. But there's something when your mind shifts. And I had a big mind shift coming back from Phoenix, and I just felt that this was the time. Like my time was right now. Forget all the other times I tried or half tried. I didn't try at all, right? I was gonna give it my utmost best that month, and special shout out to the Dadzies, because Mr. Dadzi made sure he kept me accountable. And Tillis, Mr. Peden, thank you all so much for reaching out, asking for the numbers, because that helped me hold myself even more comfortable and make more calls and push to the end. Brand Cap, Joyanne, and all the others that were working with me towards the end. Appreciate you guys so much. It's the best feeling in the world, guys, and I wish it upon every single one of you right here. There's no secret. You all are already plugging in. You're here on Sundays. You come to the convention. Just push yourself to the max. And Mr. What's his name at the convention had said that when you raise your hand as high as you can, but when he said raise it a little bit higher, and we all did that, right? So that's all I did. I just raised my hand just as tall as I could get it, and I did it, and it feels wonderful. But I'm running for month number 2, going for Power ED by the end of the year. So I had a week of fun and celebrations, but I'm ready to get to work. Reinstated a new associate today. Got my first business plan early on in the week, so I'm at it again, and I'm looking forward to celebrating much more of you guys on December 1.
Oh man, good stuff. Congratulations, Shauna. And we've talked about her so much, when we say, when you look up teammate or team member, team player in the dictionary, there's a big, not just a picture of Shauna, but the whole page of that in the dictionary is a big, huge picture of Shauna. She's always been a team player, always there, willing to help anyone on this team, regardless of whether or not you're a part of her upline, downline, sideline. She will help anyone on this team. Need her to hop on and do a testimony, need her to hop on and help you out with the presentation. She's always there. So she's just getting back everything that she's put in over the last 4.5 years. So I'm super proud of you. You know that already. Mr. Daz, I know about you. I'm sure she sent you the same picture she sent me, that first executive director deposit that she got with the comma in it, and
oh yeah.
That tickled me to death. She says, I got my first comma club ED check. And then I thought that was probably not nearly as exciting as being able to call into the executive director line and not have to sit on the hold like many associates have to do. So a lot of reasons to go executive director. Least of all is the money that comes with it. Of course, that's a big deal.
Absolutely. It's always an exciting time, all the way around. It's a great feeling, and in a little bit of what should I say here? Executive director advice. It's great to celebrate a little bit, but don't celebrate too long. You got to get going.
I told her that. Man. I'm sure you told her. I said, okay, you got 1 day to relax. That was November 1st to celebrate. And I said, now you got to get back to work. She said, I'm already back to work. She already protected a small business plan, I think that next day. So I said, you don't want to be a 1 month wonder. You don't want to even be a 2 month thunder. You want to be 3 months guaranteed. That's what we've always said. So I know she's already after it and getting after it. And she inspired others. Ms. Daz, that's what I think is most exciting. Shauna's always been a team player, always being rooting for the team. And here's an opportunity for her to, by just going out there and achieving her own goal, inspiring many others on the team to go out there. Again, I told some folks on the call the other day that Shauna's broken the 4-minute mile. So for the rest of our leaders out there who are running for executive director or have a desire to be an executive director, you have no excuse. Now, Shauna's broke the barrier. All you got to do is just claim. The only thing she did, guys, I think she was trying to make that point earlier, is that she just decided this is going to be her month to get it done. She sent a message to all the leaders, said, hey, I'm going to go ED this month. And I want you guys to hold me accountable. And of course, we all said, of course, and we did our best to encourage her. We didn't do anything except hold her accountable, encourage her, and cheer her on as coaches and teammates would do. But she did all the work, her and her amazing team, especially her new superstar, Joanne Rosencrantz, whose name we saw all over the place last week as she helped Shauna finish out her numbers. So anyway, I just want to recognize Shauna. Congratulations, our newest executive director, soon to be our newest $50,000 ring earner. All right, guys, anybody else? We've gone a little bit longer in our bright spots, but maybe you're out there, you got something exciting. Maybe you say, well, I didn't go ED. I don't have anything that exciting to share. It doesn't matter. If you protected a family, if you recruit a new associate, maybe you rank advanced to a new level, it doesn't matter. We celebrate all wins right now during our bright spots. Who else is out there waiting to share something exciting?
Melissa Cornegay is here.
Go
Hello,
ahead, Miss Kay. Miss
everybody.
Kay. You already got recognized by your upline, you know.
Did she? I was doing another call with another group of kids that we're grooming them to be leaders in our community because I started working for a commissioner here in my county. So I was working that call, but yes, I'm still fired up. You know, Mr. Dazzy, I'm still coming for you. You know, I didn't forget. We got a little game one going, but yes, we did. I did have my small business opened up. I did do a family, and then one of my associates did a family. So this week's going to be bigger because I'm getting licensed in New Jersey because I got some stuff popping up there. So I have to go ahead and take care of that tomorrow.
Awesome stuff. That's Melissa Cornegay, y'all, AKA Mrs. K, AKA Look Out. Well, congratulations, Melissa. Thanks for sharing. All right, who else has got something exciting want to share?
Hey, Russell, it's Cindy.
Go ahead, Cindy Marvin, winner of the $250 Amazon gift card. I don't know if you're like me, Cindy. When I won the gift card, I didn't even know I won it. Sharon Holiday, Sean, everybody said, Mr. P, congratulations. I'm like, for what? I didn't know what I did. But
At least I knew it this time. Miss Sydney, because you mentioned that about me getting the entry last week, and I was like, look who won. So congratulations.
Exactly.
Well, thanks. This is kind of a roundabout, but you know, Melissa mentioned she was working with some children and leaders, and I spent most of my day, or 3 hours of my day, at an Eagle Scout award ceremony, and it was for one of my associate sons. And if you've never sat through one of those, and I've had the pleasure of sitting through two, they're very inspirational. You know, we get on these training calls to get inspired and learn, but that really, one, congratulations. Suzette is still cleaning up from that event with her family, so she's not on, but I wanted to congratulate her and her husband for raising such a fine young man. And as I sat there, what I realized is anybody you know that's in the Scout program is a great prospect. So I'm just expanding your list for everybody here because they salute the flag, justice for all. They have what I sat there and realized everything that Legal Shield teaches us is taught to these scouts since they were Cub Scouts till they're Eagle Scouts. And it really made my heart feel great about our company and what we promote, because I think all of us can agree that the Scout program is awesome for all of our children. And we just need the reminder sometimes that, you know, we have this great company that promotes things that most children and families don't get unless they're fortunate to be part of a team, a Scout program, Eagle Scout specifically. So my hat's off to Suzette and her family and for inviting me. And really, it was the last thing I really wanted to spend 3 hours. You know, I had a lot to do with the business, but you know, you do the right thing. I wanted to go support her like we support our team. And I gained more by going to inspire me with Legal Shield. So sometimes when we think something's not going to be there for us or we don't know why we're doing something, just know there's something positive to come out of it.
Excellent stuff. Good point. And you're probably going to get.
You got my $250. I was going for 2 times. Anyway, I just wanted to shout out to Shauna Blanc. Great job, girl. You got it. Okay, Lady P has been running the #1 person in the 2-a-day, but her new recruit replaced her. Her new recruit had like 47 entries or something. Anyway, Lady P, get in and talk about your new recruit and all the things that she's doing.
Thanks, Ms. Kleins. Appreciate
Hi,
that.
everybody. Her name is Lola Murray, and she has been just doing a fine job for everything that she just went through, coming in, being one of my new recruits, having all these here numbers going out. Now she's making me go to work with her to help her along the way. We did our, she had 47 one day out of 45 people that she put into Prospect by Legal Shield. 43 people opened it up. Now that's not rare, that's unheard of.
Wow.
And then the next day she came in first place again at 47 other people. So we have 100 people that we got to deal with and following up with. So my work is ahead of me this week. And it is just amazing. On top of that, we had her launch.
Yeah.
And that was amazing. And Ms. Marvelous May helped me with that. She was super incredible and everything. She just ran the floor and just took off. And we had Diane Kleins who was there, and Mark Smith, who was giving his testimony and everything. I'm telling you, she is ready to go. And from that, she is on the line right now. I would love for her to come on and just share with the people, because on top of everything in those 4 days, she actually moved to California.
Wow.
On the day after her launch. So she is in California right now. And I am super, super proud of her. And I just want to give kudos to her because she is moving with success. She wants to change the world. And she's an awesome, incredible lady. Lola, if you're on the line, can you just time on in and just let everybody know who you are?
Unmute your line, Lola. I see her.
Unmute your line.
She's one of the first ones on tonight.
Hi, I'm Lola.
Hey, Lola.
So I joined Legal Shield. So it's a weird thing. We met at a weird time. Had a family member that got me an eviction, but I was upset that day and I was walking. I was like, I need to walk away. I need to take a lift to work. And then I met her. And she was like, hey, I have something that can probably help you. And I was like, oh, this is so interesting. I was like, you came at the right time. God put you at the right time. And it took me a few weeks to join in as her associate because I was trying to get my mindset to go back to positivity since I got that offer. And then she called me. I was like, I know, I'm coming there. It's just taking me some time. And then I finally joined like 4 days later. And I worked hard and I was like, no matter what, I'm still gonna push myself. Even though I'm still moving to California, I'm still gonna get all these people. I'm not popular, but I know a lot of people that I have in my contacts. I was like, well, I might as well just send my business card with a note saying I'm having a video call on November 4th, and I just sent all of that out to everyone in my contact list. And I just said, they said, what is this? I was like, it's my business card, join Legal Shield and all that stuff. And they said, well, I'm gonna support you and I'll open it for you. And that's whenever everyone started doing that. So I was like, well, okay, let me be smart. I send 40 this day, the next day I'll send another one. So that's how I started, but I'm trying to work hard to get that done. And I had to make a list and try to give it to Ms. Lady P so you can help me contact them again. Since they open it, they know about it. I just have to work hard, try to get them to sign up.
Fantastic.
But
Well,
that's my story.
Excellent. Congratulations. Welcome to the Legal Shield family. Welcome to our team Prosperity Partners. We're glad to have you aboard. Looking forward to helping you achieve whatever level of success you desire. You could do a whole lot worse than to get connected with Lady P. Lady Platinum, as we call her. Pam will certainly show you the way, show you how to get started, to help you get your business taken care of and off the ground. And even in this whole congratulations on getting it done. I mean, a lot of people are going to say, you know what, I got to wait. I'm in the middle of a move. I have to wait till I get settled. Give me a few weeks to get started. But you decided to take action and get going right in the midst of your big move. That's a big deal. That's exciting stuff. That shows that you're definitely the right person to join our team. So we're excited for you. Looking forward to help you go to the next level. You know, we got a lot of folks in our team there in Southern California as well that we can get you plugged. Are you in Southern California, Northern California?
I'm in the west side, San Monica.
Okay, so you're in Los Angeles area, Southern
Yeah,
California.
I heard of, is her name Georgia or George?
Georgia Eileen, yep, Georgia's right there. And we got a lot of folks right there in that marketplace. Miss Katoa, we'll get you plugged in with some of our fellow teammates and top leaders in that area. So looking forward to, again, welcome to the team. Congratulations.
Okay,
Thanks for sharing, Pam. And all right, anybody else? Any other bright spots before we wrap it? We've gone a really long.
Mr. Peden, Mr. Peden, Mr. Peden, it's the Marvelous May. Hey, just want to send a quick shout out to Tiffany Jackson, who started on the 31st and had her launch just before we had Lola's launch. So we had 17 on one, 12 on the other. Thursday was a pretty busy day, but I'm excited because Tiffany Jackson should actually have 3 new associates by Friday.
Wow.
So just amazing.
Congratulations, Tiffany. That's awesome.
Yes, thank you so much for allowing me to share.
That's only one associate away, if I'm not mistaken, right? From going manager, right? With the new manager promotion. That's
one more. Yeah, we just need to increase it by one more and then add the premium. Absolutely. We talked about it.
That's $1,000 bonus, Tiffany. Congratulations in advance. And of course, a little matching bonus for May as well. So, all right, guys, anybody else just dying to share bright spots before we move into our announcements? Then we get into our training. We got some really good training tonight. We've been putting it off for a week or two, but I certainly want to get into it tonight because it's vital to our business. Anybody else just dying to share bright spots?
Hey, I got to give a huge shout out to Mr. Evan Hughes, who has really been crushing the 2-a-day challenge. He is number 5. The whole entire company, number 5 on the 2-a-day challenge. He's been doing an awesome job, and always looking for someone to do 3-way phone calls with them. We should be signing somebody up tomorrow, matter of fact. And so super excited for that gentleman. I just thought I would let you know that he is number 5 for the whole entire company for the 2-a-day challenge. This business is all about
awesome, Evan. Congratulations. And by the way, Evan is not at all shy about recognizing himself. He's been putting screenshots of that in the group chat as well. Let everybody on the team know that he's out there in the top 10. And congratulations in advance. That's what it's all about, Evan. That's actually a great segue, Mr. Dazzy, into, as you know, into our training topic.
Hey, Mr. P, before you segue, can I gotta get this in, man. I apologize, but we had 2 new associates on the team. Mr. Jay Andrews had his launch this week. He had 4 people on the call. He got 2 people signed up. Then we had another young lady, Tiffany Jordan, join the team last week, and she had 2 launches in that week. So we had 4 people total on there. Should have at least 2 signups here by the end of the week. Just doing an incredible job. So she's on the call this evening as well. So just wanted to give her a shout out.
Hey, Tiffany Jordan, congratulations on having 2 launches this week, and congratulations in advance on getting Fast Start qualified, being halfway to the manager level, the future leader of Legal Shield level, which means you're going to pick up a $700 bonus, which is a total of $1,000 in just bonuses to get you started with that sort of activity. I dare you to go out there and do it again this week, and you're definitely be the recipient of $1,000 in bonuses. And you couldn't pick a better leader to align yourself with than Mr. Ian Vaylines. He's certainly going to lead you to the promised land. So congratulations in advance. That's a great segue too, Mr. Vaylines. Always want to recognize new associates and the great job they're doing. But with that said, guys, we're going to move right into our training segment tonight. We want to talk to you about the most important thing that we do in our business. So I'm so glad we have a bunch of new folks on the call tonight, because this is going to be vital to help you really get your business off to the ground. And many of them, like Lola, have already engaged in what we're going to be talking about. And that's just doing the activity. And I don't see Linda T on the call tonight, which is unusual because Linda's on every call. Not just our Sunday call, but even our nightly hangout calls. But we talk about Linda a lot when it comes to this particular subject. In fact, we had her share a couple of weeks ago a little bit of her story about why she was able to hit executive director in the way that she did it, and Tillis has talked about it. But tonight we're going to talk about prospecting. You know, we should say years ago that keep the main thing the main thing, and the main thing in our business, guys, is prospecting. And in fact, I recorded a series of videos. Not while I was in Mexico last week on vacation, but I started doing the videos, and then we decided to take that quick vacation. And I just posted the first video in the GroupMe chat. I'll post it on the Facebook page as well. And that's kind of the intro, kind of a teaser video. Then when we're done here, I'll post the actual 15-minute training video. It's on prospecting, which is prospecting is the #1 thing that we do, guys. This is the lead measure. In the absence of having someone to talk to, we don't have a business. You know, you hear me talk for years. I say we got to find people to talk to. We got to talk to people that we find, and then we got to teach them how to do the same thing. We got to bring them on board, and we got to teach them how to do the same thing. And I'll talk. I'm not going to get. You can watch the video. I did a whole video on the most important thing is our list. In our business, guys, your list is our inventory. Like every business has inventory. So if you're going to have a shoe store, you got to have an inventory of shoes, right? Unless you're going to do stuff by mail order. But typically you go to the shoe store, they got all the shoes in the back. You just tell them what size you want. That's their inventory. Every ice cream store has inventory. Our inventory is our list, the people that we're going to talk to. And the bigger your list, the bigger your inventory, the bigger your business will be. It is the most important thing. But you say, well, I don't have a list. Well, you just heard Lola, she's brand spanking new. And she says, I'm not a very popular person, but I just know a lot of people. She exposed almost 100 people in a couple of days to the business. I'm not saying you got to expose 100 people a day, but the point I'm trying to make is that she just opened up her phone, which is what all of us need to do. And she just started sharing information with people. And I talk about in the video how important, which type of list you want to have and what you want to say, all that stuff in the video. But tonight we're just going to talk to you about selling. We want to sell you on the activity. You know, Lola, congratulations again. You have no idea what you did, because what you did was the most important thing that most associates, new associates, don't get around to doing. And that's taking action right away, unless they've got a really good sponsor who's working with them, you know, and locking arms with them and helping them get it done. But just taking action, sharing information with people is the most important thing that any one of us could do. So myself, Mr. Dazzy, Tillis, and a couple of the members of the leadership team were talking that we want to sell you guys on this concept of activity. So many times we think it's all about us and what we say. I know many of you think, you probably won't say it or admit to it, but many of you think that, oh, Tillis or Miss Kleins or Morny Duncan or Linda T or all these people, Mr. Dash, Mr. Valines, they all have something that I don't have. They got more people. They got different kind of people. They don't know my friends. They don't know my family and all this baloney. That's all it is, y'all. We all have the same friends. We all have the same family. We don't all have the same, but we all have the same type of friends, the same type of family. But my point is that what separates the winners from those who aren't winning yet is the activity. The reason why Mr. Dazzy's had the success that he and his wife had, they've just done more activity. The reason that we've had more success, we've just done more activity. I've recruited over 350 people personally. So now I'm not bragging, that's a fact. But you know how many people I had to talk to? Thousands of people to recruit 350 people. You say, well, I don't know 1,000 people. Well, the average person over the age of 30 knows 2,000 people on a first name basis. That was before social media. Now, I'm not talking about your 3,000 Facebook friends, your 500 Instagram friends. Just by being on this planet, if you're over the age of 30, statistically, social studies have proven you know 2,000 people on a first name basis. What you need to do, though, is you need something to kind of rack your brain, to jog your memory, to help you think. So you probably didn't think about your dry cleaner. Is that person on your list? Probably not. Some of us, our neighbor's not even on our list because we're not thinking, oh, my neighbor wouldn't be interested, but they still need to be on your list. Let your neighbor decide not to be interested. Don't decide for them. Mr. Dazzy, by the way, man, you can jump in and chime in anything that pops up that in your head you want to share, or tell us, or anyway, other leaders. But tonight we're talking about selling you on the idea of activity is what matters most. You know, Mr. Stonecipher and billionaire, the godfather of personal development, Paul J. Meyer, they wrote a book together called Activity Matters Most. See, guys, you can make up for an activity what you lack in skill. You can make up for an activity what you lack in a list. You can make up an activity what you lack in enthusiasm. Just it's your activity is what matters most. And again, I'm going to brag on Linda T. I would say if you look up persistent and consistent in the dictionary, you see a picture of Linda Texiera, better known as Linda T on our team. Linda, she'll tell you she wasn't amazing. She didn't do anything. The remarkable thing that Linda T did was she kept it simple and she was consistent and persistent. That's what that was her superpower. Her superpower still to say she's system dependent, system driven. She doesn't do anything outside the system. She doesn't talk to anybody. She doesn't say anything. She just directs them to the hangout. She doesn't try to do a three-way call by herself. She just makes sure she sticks to the system. So, and I'm going to take a break, guys. I know somebody might want to chime in, but the point so I'm going to talk about Linda. What Linda did was commit to just activity. She says, I'm going to just start at the A's in my phone and go down the list and contact and invite. Contact and invite, contact and invite. It's not about what she said. I would even say it's not even how she said it, although I think a little bit is your energy. You got to have a little bit of energy. Nobody wants to join anybody who's a dead but boring person. So you got to have a little bit of enthusiasm about what you're doing. But all she did was contact and invite. Now she decided, I found out last week that they came up with the number a different way, but she decided her goal is to try to talk to 25 people a day. I'm not saying you got to talk to 25 people a day, but what she was good at was being persistent and consistent. She didn't get to 25, she started again the next day and pick up the ones she didn't call the day before, and she tried to shoot for 25 again. But that was her goal. Every day she contacted and invited, contacted and invited. Mr. Dazzy, over to you. Jump in, sorry, anytime you want to.
Oh, absolutely, sir. I mean, that's what it's all about, that there's no way you can build a solid business here at Legal Shield without having some inventory, right? And without exposing people to the information that we have. That's just the name of the game. If I was to say, like a good neighbor, I'm sure most of you be like, yo, State Farm is there. Why do we know that? We know that because we've been exposed. So when somebody thinks to say, you know what, I need to get some automobile insurance, you might be looking for Jake with State Farm, right? If somebody says they're looking for some insurance, you might be like, hey, mate, let me find Gecko, right? I'm just saying, you might be looking for the Gecko with Geico, because you're being exposed, right? It's the exact same thing here when it comes to Legal Shield, right? We've got to have a list of people who we have, and we've got to expose them to what it is we do. Because at the end of the day, Mr. Peter, no one's ever going to say, hey, Lola, I hear you got started in your own Legal Shield business. How do I join you in that? How do I get this membership? No one's ever going to do that. Right? It hasn't worked that way in 50 years, call it. And it ain't going to work now, okay? It's about contacting and inviting people. But in order for you to contact and invite someone, you have to have that list. And you've got to add to that list every single day. This is why we got to meet people. This is why we got to be personable. This is why we got to just compliment people. And, because people become attracted to you and you can connect with them. And now you've got more and more people on your list. And it's funny, Mr. Peden, when we talk about, somebody creating the list, a lot of times, they're thinking, who do I think is going to be interested in this? No. Abort, abandon ship. That is not what we're talking about. When we say create your list, give us a list, we want a list of everyone that you know. It's so interesting, Mr. Peter, when I do my Fast Start training classes, which I'm teaching one on Wednesday at 8 p.m., by the way, family. So if you've got some new business partners or so, you want to get them plugged into my class. I get them fired up, wound up, and they'll go. But I'll say this, in my Fast Start training class, what I always do, Mr. Peden, is I ask, because I'm aware of that. And we've been in the game for a hot minute. And we know that people who who are coming up with their list are like, who do I think is going to be interested in a business like this? Who do I think needs this plan? That's not what we're saying. We're saying put everyone on the list. Do not prejudge these people. So what I do in my class, Mr. Peanut, I tell everybody to go to their contacts in their smartphone, scroll down to the bottom of the screen, and I want you to put in the chat box, and I'm going to ask everybody to do this right now. This is a right now activity. I want you to go into your contacts on your smartphone, okay? And I want you to scroll all the way to the bottom, and I want you to put how many people you have in your smartphone there. Mr. Peden just said the average person, by the time they hit the age of 25, they know at least 2,000 people. Well, if you look at my phone, I've got over 2,300 people in my cell phone right now. Let me see what else we got here. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Come on, somebody show me some love in the chat. Let's see how many people you got in your smartphone. We got to look at this. Shauna Blanc, 1,246. By the way, Miss Shauna Blanc didn't go to school in the United States of America. Obviously, she started college here, but she didn't do, elementary school, middle school, high school, or anything like that. She migrated from the Dominica, right? And has over 1,200 people in her smartphone. Let's see here. Melissa's got 580. Marvelous May has 2,541 people. Diana Ravenel, 730 people. Mark Smith, 716. China's like, hey, I've only been in the United States for 7 years and got over 1,200 people. All I'm saying, family, is you know more people than you think you do, okay? We're not asking you to make a list of people who you think.
How would I find it? I got an iPhone like you, man, but where would I find the number? I'm just
go to your contact. Go to your contact list and scroll all the way down. All the way down. Look at that. Regina Lee, 1,035. Nina.
I just hit the little Z on the side, so I have to scroll, because it'll take me forever to scroll through my list, man. Do I hit the little Z? I got the
hit the Z and then scroll down to the bottom. Yep.
Okay, 2393.
So we got about the same. But all in all, Mr. Peden, we know so many people, and don't even get me started on social media. I mean, I see thousands. There's a lot of people who have more friends than I do. Miss Diane Kleins has 2,107. Cindy Marvin, 3,637.
Wow.
I mean, are you catching our drift here? We know more people than we think we know, right? And we're thinking about who do we know who will be interested in something like this. We're not looking for the people who are going to be interested. We just say, who do you have on your list? Give us a list of everyone you know. Because here's the deal. At the end of the day, Mr. Peden, if we're hanging out together and you're going to Chick-fil-A, right? I would hope you would ask me, hey, Will, I'm going to Chick-fil-A. You want some Chick-fil-A, man? Right? Don't come back from Chick-fil-A with your number one, right? With your lemonade, half sweet tea, half lemonade split with your, waffle fries, talking about some, no, you never asked me if I wanted some. Of course I wanted some, but you never gave me the option because you made the decision for me. You prejudged me. You don't want to do that, family. You just want to put everyone you know on this list so that we can invite them to take a look at some information so we can figure out if it's for them or if it's not for them. That's the name of the game. And I'm sorry, I know I got kind of excited. Back over to you, sir. I'm sorry.
Somebody got 6,000. Who's that? I just saw someone throw about 6,000.
Mr. Valon, 6,325.
Wow.
Mr. Valon, I tell you, he's so right. When you're making that list, don't be prejudging people. Just put them on the paper. Your upline, whoever's working with you is going to help you do that list. Just write the names down. And when you're out at the post office, don't go to the shortest line. Go to the longest line and meet somebody. When you're in the grocery store, don't always be rushing. Get in a longer line because you can meet somebody before you get to the end. When you're trying those shoes, always ask another woman, which one of these look better? They're always going to say both. When they say both, then you find out why they're there in the middle of the day and not at work. Add to your list every day. And how you add to your list? My doctor, he's the longest man in the world. I'm there hours. I can talk to a whole lot of people while I'm waiting. So wherever you go, just talk to people. Make a friend.
That's it. Good point, guys. And you know what? And it's not like, and here's the other thing, Ms. Kleins, Mr. Dazzy, Ms. Van Line's rest of the leadership team, is that people say, well, I got the list in my head. I know who I want to talk to. No, you got to put it on paper. You ain't got to put it on paper, but you got to put it at least on digital paper. And having it in your phone is like having it in your head, because unless you just saw, we always try to scroll through our phone list, but the company has given us the most amazing tool. In fact, let me just go ahead and share my screen right now for you to organize your list. And when I remember when we first launched this years ago. Here's my screen. This is my Prospect by Legal Shield app. This is mine. This is my personal app. So you can see I have 1,069 contacts. Now I have 2,300 in my phone, only 1,069 in my app. So I'm already not doing what I'm preaching. I should have at least 2,393 people in my Prospect by Legal Shield app, right? And I'm not prejudging. The other 1,300 are people on our team. That's what it is. Probably most likely they're all teammates, but these are all prospects. So anyway, but the company has given us this amazing tool, guys. So you can take the people from your phone and import them right into Prospect and simply and easily share information with them about Legal Shield, both the membership and the business opportunity. And with a newest feature that we just added a few weeks ago is you can even invite them to our nightly team hangout events, our nightly presentations that we do every night at 6:45 p.m. Eastern time directly from the app. In fact, we're going to challenge you tonight in the 8 or 9 minutes that we have left on the call, myself, the rest of the leadership team, we're going to challenge you to prove us wrong, to prove us that you can be so bad that you can invite at least 2 people a day to our hangout using the Prospect by Legal Shield app and not sign somebody up. Mr. Clients, I think it's impossible. I don't think if someone decided to take us up on this challenge and invite 2 people a day to our hangouts, we've got 5 hangouts this week, 5 hangouts next week. We got 3 more weeks left. We've got 15 or 20 more hangout presentations. Well, there's 22 days left. Today's the 7th. Tomorrow will be the 8th. You have 22 days left in this month. We only do the hangouts during the week. So you got about 15 opportunities. You don't have to just use the hangouts, but we're going to challenge you tonight to invite at least 2 people a day to our nightly hangouts. You can invite 5, you can invite 47 like Lola did. She was invited to her own Zoom launch, but we want you to invite at least 2 people a day to our nightly hangouts. But let me show you how you can simply and easily, oh, there's my beautiful bride. My phone went to sleep on me. Let me just go back. Here we go. So this is my app. Now, yours may look a little bit different because I have an amazing iPhone, but maybe you have an Android. It doesn't look as nice as this, I'm sure, but I have an amazing iPhone. So, but see that little person here in the bottom of the silhouette with the plus sign? You tap on that, and that's how you add a new contact manually. You put their name here. In fact, I'm going to add Mr. Dazzy. I'm going to put Will. Last name. D-I-D, Z-I-E, put his phone number. I know his phone number because I talk to him every day, 685-3117. And so now I can put his email address there. I can add another phone form. I can put some notes that he and I met at the grocery store. Hey, he and I met at the Lamborghini dealership, which is probably where we most likely will meet. And then, so I have this. So all I got to do is hit the continue button down here at the bottom to save him as a new contact. It's going to say contact and save. Would you like to schedule a reminder? Maybe you talk like Ms. Klein, you met this person, lady at the shoe store, and you said, oh, so what do you do? Oh, I help protect and empower families. Oh man, I'd love to hear more about that. I'll send you some information. So maybe Diane told Lady she's going to send her some information so she can set a reminder right here on her smartphone to remind her tomorrow at 10 o'clock to send that lady some information about Legal Shield. But I'm going to say not yet because Will's already an associate. So now Will, look, now Will is my newest contact in my app. All right, so let me show you this little feature here. So I go back down to the contact feature at the bottom, hit contact. See at the top here, it says import. If you hit that little import button, if you're brand new, there'll be an import wizard that'll walk you through how to import people from your contacts in your phone. I don't need the wizard. So here are my 2,300 contacts in my phone. Now you can go through and just pick and choose by just checking the little box next to each person's name. Like I can check Gina. I can, oh, it says see, Gina's already, it says she already exists. I could check Lori. I could do all, and I can select them all. But you can, and then all I have to do is just hit the import button, and it's going to import whoever you selected. And it says successfully imported 2 contacts into your group. I hit the OK button, go back to my contacts, and I've added Lori. The other one was already in there already. So that's how you easily import. You can import all of your contacts in, or you can go through and select the ones. You can start with the A's and the B's, but you want to get them into the app. That way you have a spot, not in your address book or your contacts on your phone, but you have your list in your Prospect by Legal Shield app, which is your business building app. It's your what did Mr. Shaw used to call it? It's like having an advertising agency in the palm of your hand. Because now, let me go back to Mr. Dazzy here. If I tap on Mr. Dazzy as my contact, if I want to share some information with him, I just hit the send resource button, And look, I can send them some information about the opportunity, the membership, the small business plan. I can send them a link direct to my website so you can enroll, information about the commercial driver's legal plan, Spanish information, latest adjustment, anything else. But let's say I want to send them some information about the opportunity. So I'm gonna tap on opportunity. It says number one, step one, share a tool. I tap on that. What tool do I want to show them? I have 4 different tools to choose from. I like starting with that, conduct business on your own terms, because it's a great little, so if I want to send it to them, I just check the box here. It said, would you like to email it to them or text it to them or send it to them on social media? But I'm not going to send it to them right now. I'm going to just hit the little black box over here to open it to see what it looks like. So I want to know, what is conduct business on your own terms? If I tap the little box, it's going to open up my browser and show me what the link is that I'm sending Will or my prospect. And this is what it looks like. Some of you haven't seen this before because you didn't know that was an option. I like seeing this because to me, this is what it's all about. Remote work never looks so good. It has a little 4-minute video about Legal Shield, and they can put the information there. If they keep scrolling down, it says achieve success on your own terms. It shows people, Legal Shield associates, having fun. It's just a great page to introduce them to Legal Shield. Then there's 11 reasons why you should start your own business. Mr. Dazzy shared that in the group the other day. There's a little success story from the Self families. Anyway, it's just a great page to introduce to Legal Shield. Now, I'm not telling you this is one you should use. This is one that I use. You might like a different tool. Anyhow, let me go back to the app. So that's how I do that. But we're not, so you can share information via text and or email. But what we want to challenge you to do for the rest of this month is to invite 2 people to our TPP Hangout nightly Zoom presentations. So I'm going to go back to my contacts here at the bottom. And I'm going to go back to Will Dazzy. I'm just using it as an example. Obviously, Will's not a prospect. He's a $100,000 ring earner, soon to be a $150,000 ring earner. And by this time next year, he'll be a $200,000 ring earner. So I want to invite him to our nightly hangout tomorrow night. So I just tap here on event invite. Now notice, because I'm in Mexico, see where it says Mexico right here? I've got to change that because look, there's nothing, it's on today's date. So if I tap on the calendar on tomorrow, the 8th of November, look what shows up for events on Monday, November 8th. Nothing. Why? Because I live in Mexico. There's no events happening in Mexico. So I have to tap Mexico, and I got to change my country to the United States. And I got to scroll all the way down to the US. Right. And look, it's going to repopulate all the events that are on the Legal Shield North America calendar for Monday, November 8th. We'll just give it a second to populate. So now it went from 0 events to look at all the events that are taking place tomorrow that's November 1st. I got to go back and choose November 8th. So all these events are happening tomorrow. And all I got to do is just scroll down and I'm going to find our TPP Hangout event right there. 5:45, it says 5:45 because I'm on Central Time. We know the event starts at 6:45 Eastern Time. So if I tap the TPP Hangout, and this is what it'll send Mr. Dash. So I want to text that to him at the little text bubble. And it says Russell Pete is invited to this event. Now I can leave that just like it is, or I could say, I could go in there and change the text if I want to. But I think you should just leave it like it is. But you can go in there, you can change the text and say, hey, Will, here's that event I was telling you about. But there we go. So if I send this to Will right now, I'm not going to let him share his screen, but Will should have gotten a text to me right now. Is that right, Mr. Dazzy?
That's right. I got it.
Now, because he'll be my prospect. So what is that? What does it say? You don't have to share your screen, but what does it say on the text, Mr. Dazzy?
It says Russell Peden is inviting you to this event, TPP Hangout. It's got the link there. Check the link above to RSVP and view the event details. So I'm going to click on it.
He's going to click the link above to get the details into RSVP for the event, right?
Yep. I can add it to calendar.
And
in fact, I'm going to send you a little thing. I'll be there because it gives you a chance. It says I'll make it. I'll be there. And it says I can't make it. So those options are even there. I just added it to my calendar. And then it's just there. Whenever I'm ready, I just click on join event. And I go straight.
He said, I'll be there. He added it to his calendar. And when tomorrow at 6:45, he'll get a reminder on his calendar, probably 15 minutes ahead of time, about 6:30, to remind him to hop onto the call. Now, you will get an email or a notification from the app as well, letting you know that Will, oh, look at that. You see that? Will responded to your event. I will be there. And then I got an email. So I got a push notification. It just happened on my phone, right? And then now my Gmail just popped up right here saying that, hey, Russell, Will Dazzy just accepts your invitation to this event, TPP Hangout at 5:45 tomorrow, right? So I know Will clicked on the event. But how do I verify that? See, when under his contacts, see it says activity log here. If I tap on this activity log button over here, it says I sent him the TPP Hangout. I probably need to go back out and then go back to his contact again. Hit activity log. Look what it says. It says at 8 o'clock, I sent him the Hangout link. At 8 o'clock, he clicked on the link, and also at 8 o'clock, he accepted. So I just invited Will Dazzy to tomorrow night's Hangout. And he accepted the invitation and said he's going to be there. I got a push notification and I got an email letting me know that Will accepted my invitation to be on the call tonight. So I just share with you guys how simply and easily you can invite someone to the Hangout. So what we're going to do is we're going to challenge each and every one of you and ask you to challenge your teammates as well to invite at least 2 people a day for the rest of the month until the end of November to our nightly hangouts. We're going to be doing nightly hangouts every night, Monday through Friday, until the end of the month. We don't do them on weekends. Monday through Friday this week, Monday through Friday next week, and you know, we'll probably be doing them the week of Thanksgiving as well. We probably won't do it on Thanksgiving, but we'll be doing it every other night that week. So we're not going to take a holiday. Every other business is not taking a holiday. You know, they're getting ready, they're gearing up. This is going to be the busiest time of the year. So we're going to gear up too and make sure that you have a great holiday season and make sure that these last 2 months of this year could be your best months of the year as well. So what we're doing, actually, I've got the guys at Rapid Funnel right now, put in our own contest. If I go back out to my home screen, click down here in the contest button, this is where we'll see our very own Evan Hughes ranked in the company's current contest right now. Oh, these are the contest details. Let me close that. Oh, it's Pam White, number 5. This is the current contest. This was last week's contest from November for today. It's a daily contest the company's doing. So
He's in there. Scroll a little bit.
Where's on there?
There you go. Clarence Evan Hughes.
Oh, right there, number 7. I thought you. Oh, so I guess maybe it got reorganized.
Wow.
Anyway, guys, so our very own contest is going to populate here probably tonight. I got the guys at the Rapid Funnel team working on it tonight. I sent them the details of our contest. So our contest is this: invite at least 2 people a day to our hangouts for the rest of the month. We're going to recognize the folks who are participating in the contest on next Sunday's call and the following Sunday's call. But the goal is we're not so much concerned about the results. We just want to show you that if you'll just invite people to the hangouts, and I showed you how to do it simply, just do the activity of contacting and inviting. If you'll do it consistently, persistently, at least 2 a day, some people are going to end up on the hangouts. And some people, when they hear Marvelous May or Shauna Blanc or Will Dazzy or the amazing Tillis Alizé or myself or Arnisha, they're going to hear those presentations. They're going to want to become a member and maybe even partner with you in business. But if you don't invite anyone to the hangouts, guess how many people you're going to get to see the presentation? 0. Guess how many you're going to sign up for membership? 0. Guess how many are going to join the business? 0. So we just want you to prove that it's not about who you talk to. It's not about what you say. It's about just inviting them to the hangout. It's about activity, because activity is what matters most. In fact, we've called, I didn't show Mr. Dazzy this, we're calling the contest the Linda T 2-a-day challenge. I will do that in honor of Linda T because she is she's the epitome of consistency and persistency. So when the app updates, I'll let you know. I'll put it in the group me chat. You probably need to log out of your app and log back into it to see our contest show up on your home screen. You'll see the Linda T 2-a-day challenge, and you just go in there and you import your contacts, and then invite them to our hangouts tomorrow night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, every night that we do them, Monday through Friday. And prove to us that you can invite 2 people a day and not get someone to show up on the hangout and not end up signing somebody up. You just can't be that bad. the company and the concept makes too much sense. The presenters that we have are amazing presenters. And if you just get them onto the Hangout and let them hear about the information, at the very least, they're going to get a membership. And they may even partner with you in business. If you don't believe us, prove us wrong by inviting as many people as you possibly can to our nightly Hangouts and watch what happens. Any other comments from the leaders? I know we're 6 minutes over. Tillis, anybody else? Mr. Baylines, Marvelous May, Shonda Blanc, that executive director leaders, anything you want to share, add?
Let's do it.
Mr. Peter, y'all hit it right on the head. There's nothing else to say.
It's all about activity. All right, guys. So that's your challenge for the rest of the month. We'll recognize those of you next week that are engaged in the contest. We'll have our own little leaderboard just for our own contest, just like the company's leaderboard. So we'll see who's out there getting activity. But you know what? And some of you are already worried about the results. What did Linda T teach us? She says, divorce yourself from the results, marry yourself to the activity. Just focus on inviting 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, or even 25 people a day, or 47 like Lola did, and watch what happens. It's just about activity, y'all. And you get them the information in front of them, and it just makes too much sense not for them to sign up and become a member. And for those that are looking for an opportunity, it's the perfect opportunity for them as well. So prove to us that you can be that bad, that you can invite as many people as you possibly can and not have somebody join. Have a great week, everybody. We'll talk to you on next Sunday's team call, or we'll see you on the Hangouts this week. I'll be doing Tuesday night's Hangout. I don't know who's doing tomorrow night, but I guarantee it's going to be somebody great. Wednesday night's going to be another great leader. Thursday night is going to be, I think, Mark or Cindy, probably Mark, or I don't know who it's going to be, but it's going to be a great week of presenters. You just don't worry about the presenters. You just worry about doing the activity, getting your people invited, and we'll do our best to get them excited and signed up for you on the Hangouts this week. We'll talk to you on next Sunday's call. Have a great week, everybody. Go out there and get it done. Good night.
Thank you, Mr. Peter.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Dazzy.
Thanks, everyone.
Night.
Good night.
Bye.